Mario 3D World Plus is coming to the Nintendo Switch with a brand new mode called Bowser's Fury. But that aside, we also know that this game is not just a direct port, as they've been tweaking the gameplay a little bit. Yes, there's actually some gameplay changes that Nintendo added to make this game run a little bit smoother and a little bit faster. And yes, we're going to be talking about all the big gameplay changes coming to Mario 3D World that we know about so far, and gameplay changes that are still to come in the future, and things that we don't even know yet. But first, I would like to take some time to thank today's sponsors, Satisfy. Satisfy creates some really unique items for the Nintendo Switch itself, like carrying cases, charging cords, and also its famous grip. But more on the grip in a second. In this bundle pack, you get a lot of unique items, including little grips that you can put on your thumbsticks for the Joy-Con controllers. Now, if you're like me, your fingers slip off of them a lot if you got big, huge sausage fingers like me. And I play the Switch handheld a lot of times, and let me tell you, these grips come in handy. They keep my fingers right positioned, and everything stays on the Switch. It also comes with a controller rail, because if you're like me, you probably have a bin full of Joy-Con just laying around somewhere in your house, and this is an easy way to keep track of them, put them together, and store them somewhere safe so that they don't get all scratched up, because they're pretty expensive. You also have a charging cable, which doesn't poke straight out into your belly button when you're trying to play on your bed, which is also a plus. And of course, the crown jewel, you have the Satisfy Pro Grip. This thing is amazing. Let me tell you, I hate grips. I think they're so big and bulky, and they're a waste of my money, a waste of my time. But this thing was a lifesaver. I have been grinding Hyrule Warriors lately, and while you're laying there, your arm and your hand can definitely get numb after playing that game for a while. You know how long those missions are. So this grip is perfect for that, and especially with the brand new Hyrule Warriors coming out for the Switch very soon, this grip is going to be a must-have for me, and I'm glad I have it right now. I'm telling you, you guys will love this thing. And do not fear, Switch Lite users, Satisfy has you covered with this beautiful, slick, white Pro Grip. And both bundles can be bought in the link in the description below, so go check those out right now, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Now, I'm sure there's some things that you probably didn't even notice with Mario 3D World, and we're going to talk about some of the things that already have been changed and been confirmed so far. And the first thing is the run speed of the characters. The characters are Sonic the Hedgehog this time. They take off. Speedrunners rejoice because in 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, you can absolutely fly across each stage. Now, we know this for fact because with a side-by-side comparison, you can clearly see Mario completely takes off in the newer version, which probably means Toad is going to be the most craziest character to handle, because obviously that character is already fast, and that's just going to be a speedrunner's dream come true. Now, one thing I think a lot of people miss is that the fact you can dive in this game, and you can essentially dive roll, which is completely taken right out of Super Mario Odyssey. Now, this is very interesting because if you can continue to roll like you can in Odyssey, that is also a really good speedrun tactic if you go even faster than the casual run. So this is going to add a lot more gameplay depth, and I can see people diving away from things. We can see the character dive away from the Piranha Plant, so this is going to be a very interesting control. If you really think about it, it all makes sense. If you look at all the big 3D Mario games, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and even Mario Odyssey, you'll notice that you are able to dive in all of these games. Now, Odyssey is the only one you could roll, but you can dive in all of these. But obviously, Galaxy doesn't really have that much control. You can't do a turnaround side flip, you can't dive, you can't roll, so Galaxy is obviously a lot different here, but I think these changes are definitely for the best for Mario 3D World, and I just want to dive all over the place now after seeing this quick little segment. We also know there would be online play, and unlike the first game where it was just ghost races, and I didn't really even understand how that worked half the time, this is actual online play, meaning completing levels with people online. And I have no clue how this is going to work. I don't know if it has to be a friend, because I'm like, how do you choose a stage? How do you choose what level you go in? Is it random levels? How does that work? And yeah, I really don't know much else about that, and I'm trying to think about a cool way they could implement this. Maybe there's extra collectibles that you can only get with online players, which gives you the incentive to play online. It gives people the reason to go online and play with randoms, because otherwise, personally, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm more of like self-control freak. I want to collect everything myself. I want to do everything myself. And also, I've learned from siblings that people are going to toss you off of everything, and that is going to be annoying online. I also wouldn't mind if they had like online leaderboards for the quickest times completed for each level and have people just race and try to get the best time for certain levels. That would be really cool, like they did with the Odyssey with the different worlds and the Koopa free running. So if they did that with almost every stage and just had this leaderboards for people to try to beat their best time, I think that'd be a lot of fun. We also have the addition of a brand new game mode, or apparently a brand new part of the game coming, called Bowser's Fury. Obviously this is being marketed as a giant big part of the game. It's Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which might indicate that it's a bigger mode than just a side little thing. So that's very exciting. That gives old players, new content now, and new players even more content. Now, something that hasn't been talked about yet is what the heck is going on with characters, because there has to be new characters added, right? It just sounds like something that Nintendo would do, and it's not really that hard in 3D World since everybody's just going to have the same moveset. So why not give us a new character? Now, the game doesn't come out until February of 2021, which gives us plenty of time to have character announcements. But yeah, I think new characters are definitely going to spicing up the actual gameplay, even though it would make the overall 100% for this game nearly impossible because of all the additional characters, which means in this game for the 100%, you have to complete every single stage with every single character and get to the top of the flagpole and all the collectible stuff, the stars and the stamps. Yeah, it's a lot, but you know what? It's worth it, to keep replaying this game. This game's a lot of fun, and the levels are really fun to replay, and you can replay them with friends to get those different type of collectibles as well, and also those different characters used. So new characters is definitely something that I think a lot of people would want, and they could even add them every month, maybe one character a month, for an entire, I would say year, but that's 12 characters, but you know what I mean. This would be a lot of fun. That'd be a cool way to keep the game alive as well. So currently there's not much to know about this game right now. There's still a lot of information that's hidden from us because the game is not coming until February of next year. So there could be additional extra levels, there could be harder levels, like I said, there could be more characters. We really don't know, and we really are just very interested in this Bowser's Fury game mode to see what it's going to provide. Are we going to play as Bowser? Is it going to be some type of hard mode? Is it going to be super extra long challenges? It's really hard to say, but we're just going to have to wait probably a little while longer until we can jump into that. But I also wanted to finish out the video saying thank you to everybody that subscribes to the channel. You guys have been helping me out so much here in 2020. Obviously, it's been a hard year for almost everybody, and even though there hasn't been much video games, much content to cover this year, you guys have been helping me out so much. So those of you that stayed to the end of this video, I want to truly give you guys a thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are almost at 100,000 subscribers, and I really just don't know how in the world this happened. Starting off the year with just 50,000 and making our way to 100,000 here in September is just so incredible. We are so close at 98,000, so I thank you so much to every single one of you guys that subscribed and to choose to join the Nintendo Land army. But I just want to thank you guys, and thank you all for watching the video today. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.